Like, come on. You can't expect me to actually do this thing and not wear the robe, right? So, I guess I want to start this off. Give you a little bit of background about me in this game, right? So, I got this when I was like 15, somewhere between 15 and 18. This is one of those titles that me and my nephew used to play at the time. So we got it, and it's got this picture of this cool looking wizard on it, and that's what we wanted. But we thought this was going to be like this action game. It's like this isometric view, and you'd be casting spells, and it's not. It's actually a puzzle adventure game. And the game we thought it was does exist. It's called The Immortal. It's an okay game. Some people like it, some people hate it. Solstice is sort of the same way. And as kids, we're trying to play this thing as an action game, and it's not working because it's a puzzle game. So I didn't really understand how to play it until actually a few years ago, and I finally decided, like, I really need to learn how to play this. Then I had this idea, like, 3-4 years ago, like, I should play Solstice every year on the Solstice. So I started doing that, and it just became a tradition, and, you know, I was going to record it this year. And I can just record it off my DVD recorder like I do my reviews and throw it up on YouTube, and I thought, I could be at this for a couple of hours. It's kind of an endurance. I've never beaten the game. Getting pretty close, but I've never actually beaten it. But a lot of times it'll be like, okay, I'm playing 3 or 4 hours, I'm done. And I was like, well, if I get like 3 or 4 hours worth of footage and I want to throw all that up, it's going to take almost twice that long to render, and then I got to upload it. And so a one-up woman actually was the one who told me, hey, you should just live stream it. I was like, I don't have a way to live stream my NES. What do I need to do? And she helped me get that figured out, except all the information I could find had like a Model 1 NES. I've got a top loader. So to figure out how I wanted to split the cables, because there's no RCA input, I bought an RCA, coaxial to RCA converter. It didn't work. I've actually got it all split through the DVD recorder, which is working great. I can play my Master System this way too, which I did earlier, so that's fantastic. But before I get this started, like I said, this is a game me and my nephew would play all the time. And it would be really cool if he could be here for this, but he can't. But, it's been a long week. So, speaking of my nephew, and maybe I shouldn't, I don't know if I should be saying this or not, because it is something personal. But I found out a couple days ago my nephew's 5-month-old child passed away. Haven't heard of a cause of death yet, but it sounds like it was completely natural. But that's got to be rough, and I can only imagine what losing a kid would be like. So, since our childhood is tied up this game that happened, I do want to dedicate this playing to my little grandnephew, who I never even got the chance to meet. So. Alright, well, I think we're going to go ahead, move the camera to be more towards the couch, and we'll go ahead and get started with Solstice on the Solstice. As you can see, I've got the candles lit up on my altar. 3 candles, one for each of my deities, Mani, Thor, Mani, Odin, and Frigg. I don't know why I said Thor, probably because my dog Thor's sitting right over here. And I've also lit up some incense and everything. I got the mood just right for this. I poured out some mead in the chalice, but I'm definitely finishing the bottle off when we play this. So, let's get started. So this game has a lot of ways you can play it. Actually, I'm going to let this scene play out, because this is how I always did it as a kid. And as an adult, I figured out a better way to do it. Maybe not better, but another way. And that's the cool thing with this game. You have to get these 6 pieces of the staff to fight off this evil wizard. And you can get them in any order, pretty much, and everything has its own way to be completed, which is kind of cool. And I love these cutscenes. Shaddix, help me. Princess Eleanor. I love just the names. Eleanor, Shaddix. Shaddix is such a cool name. Princess Eleanor is mine. Morbius, release her. Like, even that, Morbius is a cool name. Haha, she is to lose her soul, that I may become powerful beyond your comprehension. It is the Solstice, and evil shall rise this day. So, as you can see, it is an isometric action game, which on the D-pad is a little bit confusing. So, we're just going to go ahead and start getting into this. So what you have to do is you have to go through these rooms and solve these puzzles. And I can't believe I died that early. But you gotta solve the puzzles. Like right now I need to find a key so I can get to this other area. You can only jump so far. So high. So you can grab these and stack them up. Use that to jump your way up. Now one way to do this, you could take this one and just do this. But something you kind of need to master in this game is picking things up and then using them again like that. So here's the key we need. One thing I think is cool is just you hold the button down, he does like this turbo jump. I don't know, that just kind of cracked me up. So there's like two main ways people play this game, because when you go into a room and you interact with things, you get a percentage. And so you can go through every room and interact with every object and get 100%. So you've got the key and now these blocks show up in this room. Or you can do the 30% challenge where you actually need to do like 30% of what's in the game to get through it. Okay, so that's a continued credit. We're going to come back to that. So here we can't jump up here. So here's this room. You saw how the computer did it where it pushed the block over here. What we're going to do, we're going to take this block, we're going to stay right on this lane. We're going to jump and get the boots that way. So now we can jump twice as high with these magic boots. Which means we can do crap like get up here. This room is a pain in the butt because there's no shadowing in the game. So we're going to just skip it. What I like to do is to go into that room is to do this. Take that, put it there. You can do this in front of it. I'm just going to do it here since you're easier to see. Drop that down and you grab it and jump. And come jump down here. Bam! Bypassed all that crap. That room's a pain in the butt to get through. So here you have these different potions. The blue one makes you invincible except to the small spikes. Purple will kill all the enemies on the screen. Yellow stops time, and green will actually reveal any secret squares in the room. This room has them, but I've played the game enough I know where they are. So once you've played the game, you don't even really need the green potion. Same with this room. But yeah, if it's your first time playing it, you'll want to use that green one until you know where these things are. I kind of need the Gandalf Odin hat. Like, I just got the hood. So far, this is another spot where there's invisible platforms, and they're not lined up actually with either of these. They're right in the middle. And there's our first of the 6 pieces of the staff. So yeah, that's what you're doing. There's 6 pieces of the staff of Demnos, and you got to get all 6 of them to defeat Morbius. That's what I'm going to name my next dog Shaddix. It's just such a cool name, and I just love this game. Let's forget about that. Yeah, you want to just run straight down once you get into that room. So, one of the pieces of the staff you get to through this room is usually the last one I want to try and get, because it's like the hardest one to get. I mean, I guess I could try and get it now, but I don't know. There might be keys I need. Okay, we're going to use the the pink potion. The thing with this game is, since there's no shadowing, even when you know what you're doing, you can jump to the wrong places. So even if you know, like me, I can get like 4 of the 6 pieces of the staff I know for a fact, and I kind of know where the last 2 are. I'm just not quite sure how to get them. I'm looking to figure that out. But even so, I could die in places that I know how to get past just because there's no shadow, and you might think you're jumping in the right spot and you're not. But I do want to address the conveyor belts. If you're jumping on the conveyor belts, you will slide on them, but you slide less. So if you're ever on a conveyor belt, you just want to hold the jump button down and let them do that little turbo jump. So when items hit these big spikes, they don't disappear. When they hit the small spikes, they do. So I've not really played around with the invincibility spell, but I'm wondering if you're using the invincibility, if the big spikes won't kill you. there's a lot of free lives in this game. So I should have probably explained the credits. So if you lose all your lives, for continues, you got these credits that you find, but they're kind of weird. Like, you continue from when you picked the credit up, so it can actually send you back quite a bit. And I've had times where I've actually just gotten up and reset the system because I'd get a game over and I was like, I don't quite remember how far along I was, where I'm really at. And even though they give you a map, I'm just like, it's just gonna be easier for me to start over at this point. This next section is more of a maze. There's not really any obstacles in it, but because the rooms are so small, if you go through too fast, it creates some serious flicker on the game. That's not something I like to deal with, so I try to go through these pretty slow. And this is where your map comes in. Okay, so here's actually the exit. We're going to exit through this area when we're ready, and we'll get the key. I'm just going to leave the key there for now. There's a lot of stuff hidden in this spot, a lot of potions, some extra lives. So you want to use the map here really well and make sure you get through everything. Okay, here's an extra life. This is a game I've seen people no death run. My attitude is I'm just going to try and get through it since there are a lot of cheap ways to die. But my recommendation would also be grab as many extra lives as you feel comfortable with. Like some of these that just show up, like that one did. Grab it, it's not a risk. If you feel like it's too much of a risk, you might not want to go for it. So you want to grab as many as you can, because you are going to get some cheap deaths. There's a next piece of the staff. And something that can happen if you end up on those small spikes and you die, a lot of times, because you'll like respawn sometimes like right where you died, so he'll respawn in the air and drop down onto the spikes. And so I've actually had it where I was too far away from any like real piece of land or anything that even just shoving the D-pad in any direction, oh crap, I couldn't make it out of there. That's something I would like that I should probably tell about too, is if you fall down somewhere in this game, you don't really fall down. Like there's no like pits like in Mario, though sometimes you'll end up with spikes. This can lead to some cool secrets. I can't believe I overshot that. I've never actually fallen down here before. So I guess if I jumped into the middle of the room, I could get that blue potion, but I don't really know how I would get out of there. There's another credit out this way, so there it is. We'll go ahead and grab that now. I think there's more potions hidden in here. I will say this, if you get a game over, it will actually refill your potion bottles all the way. There's a teleporter. This will keep us in this area, though. Each of the teleporters are not like random, they're all connected to another teleporter. So there's nothing too crazy like, oh, it's completely random. Like Symphony of the Night, you go through a teleporter and maybe it doesn't take you to quite where you want to go, so you go through it another time. It's none of that. It's like this teleporter is connected to this teleporter. There's one we need to use for I think the next piece of staff I'm going for. Yeah, the third one. You're supposed to use a teleporter, but I figured out the other day when I was playing around with this, I figured out a way to bypass that. So I'm not even going to use that one, but you'll see it. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, these tricky jumps. This invisible platforming is like right in front of me, but one space over. But then it's like a level lower than this, so where it looks like it is and where it is are two different things. I have probably died more times in this room than in any other game I've ever played. Got lucky. That's one thing you need to know is like rooms reset, like where the enemies are and stuff, and you leave them. So you can do stuff like that. Walk in, see where they are, and walk out. Come back and do something like quick enough or whatever. I can't believe I did that. That was pathetic. This is one of those games. A lot of times if you die in this game, it does feel cheap. But this is very much a trial and error game. Okay, so what we're doing right now is we're trying to find a key. And this platform up on the top right here, there's actually a door that'll open up there once we get the key. But getting off of this is a pain in the butt, so like I said, I figured out a way today to do this that I like a little bit better. If we're going to do that, so we're not even going to use that, but it's tough to go get the key, because where I got to go is right next to the key. So these balls are cool. You push them and then you can jump on them. They'll just keep going. They're easy to push yourself off of, though. This stream started at a bad time. Probably not going to get anybody actually watching. It depends on how long we're on. I forgot about that. So yeah, you got to be quick in this room. You gotta figure out these invisible blocks. Some of them will disappear when you land on them, and others won't. Okay, so this room, we're going to want to use the pink potion. We're going to want to do this for a reason. There are invisible blocks here. This one in front of me will collapse if I step on it. And this next one will also collapse if I step on it. Then when you get to the top, if you're not jumping, you like slide off. I don't quite understand what that's about, but yeah, you want to jump across that. Like I said, play it enough and you know where those invisible platforms are. Now this is one of those rooms that are confusing because all these blocks I'm jumping across are like on the same plane, but because of the isometric view they look like they're different ones. But yeah, it gets a little weird. This game was really meant to kick your ass until you figure out how to beat it, kind of. So let's use the stop time potion in this next room. So right in here, that's our next piece of the staff. Now the teleporter's in that room directly above us. We've got to go get this key and go all the way back around. I found a way to completely just bypass all that crap and get into that room like right away. So that's how we're going to do it. Hey, what's up, Macer? Or if I'm saying your name right, I don't even know. Guy I watch. So this is a tricky one because these are all like stacked up on top of each other, so you have to, it looks like they're not, but you have to start on the green one, and when they cross you have to jump on the pink one, because if you don't, that one's low enough it'll actually knock you off into the spikes. MC Murr, okay. So here's our key, but like I said, we don't really need it because we're going to do this. We're going to kill ourselves. You don't need a key if you're going to kill yourself. So I got to redo this. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this credit if I can get in here quick enough. If I can get it to land on my head. Ow. If I can get it to land on my head, I can push it. And then I can use it to jump over this wall. Like that. So you bring it over here, and then we're going to jump. We can jump on the credit, get over that, bypass all that nastiness, and get this piece. We'll go ahead and collect this potion. So the question is, do I want to go back this way? Or do I want to go the long way? And I actually want to go the long way because I actually find it easier for some reason. Plus, I'm going to want this credit. This room looks like it's going to be tough, but really, you can just... I'm saying how easy it is and then dying. You just get on the blue one, and you can just jump through the door. And here, you just got to kind of fall down onto that one. You know, it might have been easier to go the other way. Jump off. There we go. It's almost 4 in the morning. I work nights. I originally planned to stream at midnight because I was told I didn't have to work tonight, and then yesterday they're like, "Oh, you have to work, but only for like 4 hours." Go ahead and use the invincibility. So then I was like, "Well, I'll get off at like 2, and I can get home, and I could probably be streaming by like 3." But it actually took longer to get home than it normally does because we had to shut everything off in the building and you had to do all that, so we left late, and I needed a shower. So yeah, I got streaming this a lot later than I meant to. But I might be at it for a while. I've been I always practice the game for like the week before because getting used to the isometric view is crazy. So yeah, see this room, there's a door open up now, but we don't need to use it because we already got that piece of the staff. I will come back for that credit. Yeah, I figure like nobody's probably gonna come on here and watch right now. People are probably asleep or whatever, but I'm gonna go ahead and start. I mean, if I somehow manage to beat the game, that's cool. What are my potions like? So this is a pretty neat puzzle where there's a potion up at the top of this tower. It's a blue one, I think, and I'm kind of low on blue, so I'm gonna go for it. Gotta ride this thing like all the way up to the top of the tower. And you gotta get your jump just right. There you go. Hey, thanks man, I appreciate it. Yeah, I had made like a video and everything saying, hey, I'm gonna stream this at midnight, and I just wasn't able to. Those things are dangerous. They're not all the way at the top. You can screw yourself over. So we're going to go ahead and do this one. I hate dealing with these things so much. A lot of times I'll do this, I'll just cast the invincibility spell. But then I'll end up dropping the block, and you kind of need the block to get away. to get off this thing, it's easier. Like you can try and drop down on this troll guy's head, but it's pretty risky to do. I'm just gonna do this. So your powers, whenever you use a potion, it stays in effect so long as you're in the room. So that's kind of nice. Like I will stay invincible as long as I'm in this room, or I hit those small spikes. So normally you'd use the block to jump your way back across this, but we're going to try and land on this guy, which didn't work. However, what I've discovered is you still keep the piece of the staff. So I lost the life, but I still got my piece of the staff, so not too big of a deal. Little secret here. Catch the hat. Use that as a platform. Bam. There we go. Just gotta be careful coming off of this area. Oh, they all ran the other way, so that made that easy. Like I said, this is one of those games, man. Every death you take is gonna feel cheap. I didn't even think about this when I made it out this way. Should have grabbed that credit beforehand, I guess. Where am I at? Oh, crap. Well, I should have grabbed that one. I kind of screwed myself up there. Ain't worth it now. I think there's another one coming up soon anyway. Alright. Always have a bit of trouble with this one. Gotta get that jump just right. There we go. Cool. There's an extra life through here. I'm gonna ignore it. Oh. Because I'm gonna grab that credit, that's gonna set me back. Try and work this to my advantage somehow. Well, that's never happened before. This is not a good situation. Usually I'll go collecting these extra lives, but I think I'm going to have to. We're not going to bypass this. It's just an extra life. I ain't worth going for right now. When I don't have the skill for it. Somebody else could. Oh yeah. So we should probably can do this. What is the blue potion? Filled on the fill. Before I do that, I want to make a Gandalf. You shall not pass, Joe. There's so many places in this game where you can do that now. You're supposed to use the ball and push the ball up and carry the stuff here, but I don't know. I always seem to hit it in the wrong direction somehow. Ooh, not cool. How did I not make that? That's cool though, I got that credit though, so I actually start closer than I would have last time. Come on, man, I can get that one piece at least. It's a pride thing at this point. I've never seen that happen before. Okay, that's pretty cool. I don't know what I'm doing. Really should try and do this the correct way. I'm gonna give it a shot. Which means I completely waste it. No, because if I land on him. Oh, hey, there we go. And I did that completely wrong. It's alright. I gotta grab it when I jump off him, and then I still have enough boost to jump from there. There we go. I'm like the worst wizard ever. And that's how this game is, this trial and error. There we go. Right. You have to drop the block on that, yeah, because you can only have one item at a time. But don't worry, game, your logic is not lost on me. I'm just not thinking properly right now. It's 4 in the morning. Drop it there. That. Now it lines up with this one. Got through that. I think I have too many lives left. Move, I don't. Okay, what's down here? Oh, this is actually the start of the game. Okay, so here comes this one. I know where I'm at. We'll stop. Not that, I'm further into this than I usually get, and my hands are all sweaty, and I might start making mistakes because we're going to be slipping off the control pad. I got a feeling I'm wrong with that. Yeah. Close to that next piece of the staff, though, I just know. Ooh, did not expect that. Oh, there it is. Okay, that needs to be done. I need that block. Nope, that's not how you do it. You gotta be fast, yes. Crap. Got it. I thought I got it. Oh no. Crap. Except, that was my last life, and I'm stuck. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, this is one of those parts where I just need to reset the game. So I'm actually going to take a small break and reset this. That just sends me too far back. doing good there, Thor. Did pretty good, man. Pretty good. Of course, if you're going to be a wizard, you gotta have some mead. Let's just not go down after Dr. Pepper very well at all. Alright. Let's check some stuff out. Alright. Let's do this thing again. Yeah, I said we're back at the beginning of the game. Do this. Get through here. So, that's the spot. But you can't advance any until you get that. Oops, excuse me, those magic boots. Not tell me, Thor, what's the point of you turning around like that? Or do you think we should go for that one first? Yeah, it's a harder one. If you can get it, you can get these other ones if you want. Let's go for it. Losing not to. Changing the pattern a little bit. We'll go for that one and then we'll get this one. Stuff these guys. Oh, who's this? Oh, hey, one up. Yeah, we're doing alright. We're, figured out how to get 5 of the 6 pieces of the staff. Died, but figured out how to do it. We're getting there. I hear the rabbit in the other room. He seems kind of mad, so I might go grab him in a little bit. trying to go for this harder piece first, and then we're going to backtrack to the 4 easier ones. If I lose all my lives here, it's no big deal. There we go. There we go. We got it, dude. We got it. Alright. Don't really know if I can get here. Back across, but I'd rather not take that. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. So weird, because like I'm playing everything backwards. But those potions. Man, I'm gonna have to do a stop magic problem. That's actually skill. I got 10 to lack. Imagine that though, having to play the game with I have the skill and the wit to get you through it. Like a wizard would do. I want my magic for this one. Which means when I get to this room I have to play it the right way. But I think we can do it. I think I get it. Alright, let's do this. Oh man. That almost didn't work. Oh, oh wow. I had made that too. That's crazy. Got too cocky there. Are you snoring? You can catch your eyes open. Too late. See, it wasn't dumb enough. Even though now I fully understand how to get through this room, I'm still having trouble with it because that's just how the game kind of is. Shit. I've got one life. I should be okay. Do I try and land on this head? Ain't worth it. You're kidding me. But we are not done. By a long shot. Okay, trying to get through those spiked walls. Go back to go through this trip. I mean, it makes sense, actually. Oops. Oh, that answers that question. No, you cannot use the food potion to get across the place. Oh. Next time I will do this piece of the staff first, since it gives me the most trouble. gotta be sure you push the right so you gotta follow it. Necessary in this room, but now you're gonna play it. They've never done that. See how it's not awesome? Two pieces instead. That's sad. I gotta get up for a minute. get back to it. Hey man, you can't sit on me right now. Like, it's not gonna work too well. You're not sticking your tongue in my face. Oh. Yeah, you can sit right there, that's fine. God, we could being so jumpy. He used to like hanging out with that guy. Right, like, I don't want to be here. Because we left pee on you? Bring the rabbit because we pee on you? That's all good, dude. What do you say, since we're not going to close repeating this thing, we actually explore a little bit? That was all me. Not no good player. Alright. First piece of the step. That was close, dude. Okay. There's something about this. Don't understand. Oh, I think I get it. Listen. something in the room that goes on. Hang on. Getting tired. Sorry. I got stuck in the sleep, huh? Maybe find something? You're doing something right. Excuse the teleporter. That might have been the wrong position. Alright. It's me. We gotta figure this way out. I'm right where I need to be. But I like lost all my energy, man. I'm crap. When we started this thing, I was all like talking and being all like, yeah, man, we're playing some Solstice. But I only got 3 hours of sleep. And I probably would have made that jump too. That's alright. That's alright. I think if I get another game over though, I am calling it. Not fully. Just in like, we'll get a nap, and then I gotta go take care of my stuff in the morning. back to the in the afternoon. Man, we're so close to actually beating this thing. So I'm gonna beat it this year, and I'm gonna beat it this year. Found 5 of the 6 pieces of the staff. A whole lot keeping me. I bet you that 6 piece, man. I bet it's in that room I'm trying to figure out. Let's test do that. I realize you guys don't care, but that's alright. You're just here for views. He's got a rabbit and a dog. You know, almost went to the door to reset the room. I was like, there's no point in doing that. I was wrong. Stupid goblin. Over there doing his job as a henchman and stopping me from winning. It's really hard to hate on a guy once you put in those types of terms. Yeah. No, man, I swear I do that the first time I come to this room. Every time, like I gotta jump off. I don't even know what I was doing. And the worst part is you make that horrible noise when you die. Wow. Well, that's new. Okay. I'm clearly tired. We're gonna end this, and I'm gonna go get a nap since I have not gotten to sleep all week. And we'll be back later this afternoon. And we are definitely gonna beat this thing because I found 5 of the 6 now, and an idea where that 6th one is. I gotta figure out. And when I'm actually more awake, I can figure that out. So, to anybody who stopped by, thanks for stopping by, which was like 2 people. And anybody who watches this later, thank you for watching it. If anybody would watch it later. I don't know why anybody would watch a live stream later. Anyway, thanks again, and me and Thor here. Thor, oh, come here. What? No, come here. Hey, no. Okay, I don't know what you're doing. You're usually like, oh, I want to see the camera. But he's ready. We will see you later. This guy might see you too. I don't know. Bunny, you want to come say hi? You're not a wizard if you don't got your little furry friends here.